This episode can be summed up literally in 3 words, okay? What is love?
Baby, don't hurt me. There's going to
Don't
be a
hurt
day
me.
where we could say what is love without impulsively wanting to say, baby, don't hurt me.
No, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Wrong.
At least we have all those awesome memes about it.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, this...
It's like the all your base belong to us guys. It's like... Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
No, this whole episode, it was, this was actually a lot better of an episode than I thought it would be. It's not like I went in with low expectations. No, I don't like to do that. You know why? Because I like I don't like going into entertainment with a low bar. Okay, I'm not hashtag mysterious Mr. Enter or Saber Spark or Pie Guy Rules or Channel Awesome, or half the people on Channel Awesome anyway. Anyway, so yeah, that's my...
Well, it's like with the review of Boss Baby, I thought the movie was wildly imaginative.
That's my controversial shout out for the video.
Yeah.
No, but for real, when the episode said Big Mac thinks Sugar Bell's gonna break up with him, I thought, okay, you can already tell how this episode's gonna go. There's gonna be a misunderstanding, and it was. But there was a lot of neat little things that this episode did, and I gotta be honest. This always sounds weird when I say, "Oh, this episode was really funny or mostly comedy," because, like, if you really think about it, Frenchman's Magic isn't really that funny of a show. Like, I feel like there's a lot of episodes where they're specifically tailored to comedy, but realistically, this isn't really a funny show in the sense of it's written with the idea of humor in mind. It's more like normally it's the characters and then they build the jokes around them. And Spike in this episode was fire. Everything Spike did in this episode is classic Spike and why I love him. Discord was a douche as always, but he was like a funny douche, so that was good. And Big Mac,
for one little part of the episode,
and then Big Mac was great. The CMC, here's the thing: the CMC didn't even need to be in this episode at all, but like their secondary role was really funny. I don't know why, but I thought halfway through the episode, I'm like, wait, are they gonna get some like Sweetie Belle Spike or something ship tease for Endgame? But I'm like, okay, no, never mind, awesome. But yeah, no,
but I mean, even their story was cute. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Everything in this episode was actually very well, tightly written. So the episode starts off with Big Mac's baking a pear, and as he's breaking the pear, he's all nervous and stuff. And Spike's like, "Dude, bro, you good?" And he's like, "Yup." And then that's the episode. No, so they call Discord into
to bake a cake quickly.
No, it was a pie. To bake this pie quickly, and
even within a heart-shaped container, I'm just like, oh,
it's like that's super fucking cute. That's so
coming from a guy. That's like weird to say, isn't it?
Well, here's the thing, you old man. I do not subscribe to your typical gender roles. I mean, come on. I'm literally looking forward, and I've got a Fluttershy doll right next to a Batman sculpture that's right next to Kylo Ren, next to a Fluttershy piggy bank. So, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I'm concerned, gender roles can eat me.
I can look to my right and see a Cadence tie plushie on my bookshelf.
That's yours.
That's my wife's.
But, well, I was gonna say.
And I mean, I'm wearing a Derpy shirt right now.
Hey, Derpy represents a time period in this fandom that is long lost.
Keep it fresh, keep it alive.
And that's when the porn was actually good. Okay, so so they called Discord, and they're like, hey, Discord doesn't show up. Hey bro, you want a game? We've got like Doritos and chips, and we can do candies for dinner. And he shows up
Candies for dinner.
and he's like, the Discord shows up and he's like, "What's up, people? I know exactly what you're thinking. Let's put on some Death Note and talk about our feelings." And then they're like, "Actually, bro, we need you to bake a pie." And then Discord's
we want you
like,
to look like Sterling Archer while you do it, though.
and then they're like, and then he's like, "You effing what? The letter M, the number 8?" And then yeah, bakes him a pie, and then Big Mac takes the pie to Sugar Bell, and everything's good. Episode's over.
Well, here's what I love.
Hi guys.
Is here's what I love though, is when like you were talking about with I completely lost my train of thought there. That's lovely.
No, dude, don't worry. It happens to me all the time. Half the random crap I'm saying is just improv. I'm not as random as you think I salad. So the episode, I remember every fucking basic bitch back in high school had that had that thing because every girl back then was really into 3 bands: Attack Attack, Bring Me the Horizon, and As I Lay Dying. And they all had the same. Oh, and Good Charlotte. They all had the same haircut. It was like the big spray. The bangs are like, whoa. They used to have the lip piercing, and they thought, "OMG, I'm so random." Rawr.
Hey, at least I was into August Burns Red and
no, that's
shit like that.
Those guys have always been good. Those other bands, I think, got better. But I'm just saying, it's a good thing you didn't have to deal with goth kids in Wisconsin. They would have been purged by the Catholic machine.
Oh God, if I ever had to deal with any goths, I'd be like, "Oh, it's like Raven from Teen Titans." Okay, like that's the worst goth I ever saw.
I'm just telling you.
We did have some Valley Girls over here, though.
What the hell were they doing in Wisconsin?
I don't know, but one was in my English class, and literally 2 weeks before the final exam, we're talking about what's going to be on the final. She raises her hand, is like, "You should have a party after the final. I'll bring cupcakes and stuff."
Oh my God!
She tried talking about band shit in band class in that Valley Girl voice. It was fucking hysterical.
That's great. I tell you what, Tiggle Bitties never looked better than on a goth chick, though. I swear, yeah. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the combat boots or the makeup, but they just look like they're like, whenever a chick goes goth, they just look like way bigger than they are. I mean, I've got like a giant head. They're usually as big as my head, and I have a huge freaking head.
The worst I would ever see would be the really fucking high up boots with the laces all up the side.
Oh my God, yeah, they're thicker than your chub, dude.
But anyway,
the episode. So he sends the pie, but then thanks to I love how Discord is so I know he's the Lord of Chaos, but I love how this episode portrays him as like. I love how this episode he's just like Hearts and Hooves is just you're just brainwashed by the card writing community. I'm like, wait, huh? Are we social commentary now? And then immediately after that, it shows the equestrian postal service messing up Big Mac's order transportation, and I'm like, yo,
and
bro,
it's with Derpy still.
It's like, bro, I just watched the Kingdom Hearts 3 footage of Sora, Donald, and Goofy going into the Toy Story world, and the Toy Story crew thinks they're characters from a video game inside of a video game with real-life toys, and Sora, Donald, and Goofy are actual action figures in the game, but they're going to make actual action figures of them in real life. I thought that was the most meta thing I'd seen all day. No, yeah. It was Discord.
Hey, at least you got Spike saying, "You don't go over to Fluttershy's house just for the tea." And then he lists off every single fucking tea he's ever tasted.
I know.
I'm like, good Lord.
I know, and he named and all the ones he named, and when he ended with pumpkin spice, I'm just like, oh my God.
No, he ended it with cinnamon.
Oh, well, right before it was pumpkin spice, I'm like, oh my God, what a basic white chick. So then the order gets messed up. It gets sent to Sweetie Belle. I don't know why that the CMC's inclusion was so funny on its own to me, especially in hindsight, thinking of everything they did in the episode. But like, it's really funny too, considering the last time the CMC were in a Hearts and Hooves Day episode with
Oh,
Big
it was
Mac.
when they brainwashed Big Mac.
And funnily enough, it was involving Big Mac and a primarily purple pony. Or
Oh
pink
my
and purple.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Wow, I can't
We
believe.
solved Da Vinci's Code. Quick.
Dude, there's only one thing I want to figure out from researching Leonardo da Vinci. It's not to know what he really looked like, because we probably won't ever know. It's not to find.
I guarantee you what he looked like.
It's not to find. Go ahead.
I guarantee you he looked like what he did in Assassin's Creed, because he looked awesome there.
Oh yeah,
especially with the big bushy beard and shit.
Yeah. I don't want to know any of that. I don't want to like find the Ark of the Covenant. I want to build that flying machine.
Right?
You remember that crap from Brotherhood? You were dropping bombs in the 1400s. Like, yes, dude.
Yeah, I loved Brotherhood that you could, pilot all these different machinery. But anyway, so it gets misdelivered to Sweetie Belle, and they keep going around Ponyville. And I love how...
Oh my god, the Undercover Brony is streaming on YouTube.
Oh, let's check those fuckers out. I bet they're pretty cool.
Nah, I think the fat guy's a faggot.
But I love how Sweetie Belle goes up to Snips and Snails. And
God.
She's just like, she's just like, have you guys sent any postage to me?
I won't be offended if you say no.
Say no, please say no, please say no, please say no. I'm just like, yeah.
You do that, Sweetie Belle. It's like, you go, Sweetie Belle. You don't settle for less.
Yep.
Because if you settle for nothing now, then you'll settle for nothing later. Rage Against the Machine, 1992. So, yes. Killing in the name. No, so the rest of the episode, it's Discord trying to kill love in the name of anti-consumer or anti-consumerism, which I think are two different things. And hold on, I need a sec. The interactions between these three, they felt like bros. I don't know. I really liked the broship between these three. Like, because we only saw them in the one other episode, and we knew Spike and Big Mac hang out. I mean, at least it's alluded that they hang out, and it's just such a random crew of losers: Big Mac, Spike, and Discord. But they're so awesome, man. I almost wish they got more episodes because they were so like, they were both there for Big Mac, but they were both there in their unintentionally destructive ways. It was awesome, because next thing you know, they're at Sugar Cube Corner, right? And then Sugar Belle's there, and and I think they intended this. I don't know. I couldn't quite tell from the writing, but but before that, Big Mac's running to the place, and that song from Top Gun plays, the bow wow 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 wow. We watched the episode without sound because I think those are the only versions you can find. But I gotta say, it's a great way to avoid copyright. Appreciate it. And I really hope that's in the regular episode, because then that tells me that one day that there's gonna be a bunch of kids that are like, "Hey, mommy, daddy, what's this song?" Bow wow 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 wow, and then they're gonna be like, "That's from a great movie that you probably shouldn't watch till you're a little older, because that love scene is really steamy for PG." And then but then they'll also be like, "My son / daughter / non-conforming binary. That's how you got here." Bow wow 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 wow.
Come on, fem son, let's go watch this movie. No, but
Highway to the inclusion zone.
But what I love was like, it kind of reminds me, there was a Tumblr post that I saw that was talking about it's like, "Mommy, I found these books in the basement. Can I read them?" "Sure, honey. What are they called?" "Harry Potter." "Luna, get your brother and sister Ron and Hermione. I need to tell you all a story."
Oh
So
Lord.
I love that, you know, this whole thing was just like, yeah, I love how Mrs. Cake is just like, you don't need to say we need to talk. That always sounds negative. Like, seriously. But Big Mac assumes that Sweetie Belle is, or Sweet Sugar Belle is breaking up with Big Mac. And Big Mac, like, through this entire episode, I'm just like, bro, I feel you, man. We've had our heart broken before. I feel you,
Oh,
dude.
you married?
Yeah, but I've had previous relationships and they've all been gone to shit.
Yeah, you know what? You know how they would have been better? Actually, I'm not going to say that joke on camera. I'll tell you when we're done.
Okay.
No, so like, yeah, I really like because I'm going to tell you this. Literally, how Spike and Discord were like trying to help Big Mac, but they really weren't. But they were really there for him. That's literally me and my bros whenever shit like this goes down, and it hit true to home. In fact, it hit so true to home that I hate the episode. Hashtag Zephyr Breeze.
Yeah.
I was trying to make my point so hard I unplugged my headphones.
Oh
Damn it.
no.
Okay, but no, so
Y'all good, bro?
Okay, I'm sorry. I still don't get that. If it hit home for you and made it and Gay got an emotional response out of you, a strong one, that means it was very well written. Maybe this Ever Breeze one was written a little too mean, but I'm just saying, if a pony show can make you feel these things, so it's not Perfect Pair when it's like, oh, that's heartwarming and sad, but it's like, hey, this is your life, and then it like smashes your face into the monitor repeatedly, and it's reminding you to get things together. You still got a life to live. Don't not appreciate your parents. Then if you could take that from that, to me, that's a well-written piece of media. Just like
insert a like some sort of rock band that just keeps going, this is your life.
Five Finger Death Punch. Why do they still make music? Their new album came out today. It took me 30 seconds before I'm like, oh God, I don't care. It sounds just like their other. I'm not gonna get into that. So
it's no wonder you only did one album review for
well, technically I did two, but it was a two-parter. No,
yeah.
So it's the interaction's great. I love the stuff where they're in the bar and then they're straight up in the bar, and it just was like, bro, people are cool when they lean, and they're just a bunch of awkward dudes because you've got a kid that doesn't know what he's doing, you've got an old guy that doesn't know what he's doing, and you've got like a late 20-year-old who's been on the farm his whole life. It's social awkward adorableness at its finest. It was awesome. It was funny.
It's like,
and the whole time.
I love how Discord is just like, yeah, when you lean like this, the mayors know you don't got a care in the world. Just like
the mayor this mayor don't care.
Yep.
So
I'm just like, really? At least he enjoys his what is that get up? You were mentioning that get up during Dungeons and Discord. And I forget what it's called.
What, the LARPing, the cosplay?
Yeah. Dude,
he was straight up looking like Carmen Sandiego up in this piece with that hat of his.
An orange Carmen Sandiego. Hashtag Trump found Carmen Sandiego.
Hashtag Trump finds Waldo and Carmen.
Or put him in Smash Brothers. I don't care.
Oh, dude, Carmen Sandiego. It wouldn't be fair because she'd be like Reptile from Mortal Kombat, except she's invisible all the time. You haven't played the new God of War, but they're like the dwarves from God of War. They can like move in between realms, but the human mind can't perceive it.
Hmm.
So and then between all this, there's the Cutie Mark Crusaders. And they're trying, and Sweetie Belle's like all depressed while they're decorating the barn, and she's like, "Man, I'm so lonely." And then they're like, "Bro, don't even trip." And this episode was really noticeable to me, just how much the actresses have aged, because bro, they cannot hide how deep their voices are anymore. It's not a problem, but I'm just saying the CMC should get maybe a birthday episode soon, because they're still acted great though. Like they're still voice acted wonderfully, but they
You can definitely tell it with Michelle Creever. Claire
yeah.
Corlette's still pretty, like, her voice deepened pretty early on in the show's
Yeah,
timeline. So
she can still
like,
make it. She can still make it break and crack like Sweetie Belle does.
Scootaloo has kind of been hit and miss. Like Madeline Peters has been kind of in and out when it comes to
Not on the quality of her performance, but just in the inflections in her voice. Then again, keep in mind, who knows what order they record them and then the order they release them. Besides the premieres,
yeah.
Then Big Mac is like so then what happens?
This is when Spike's like, yeah, you got to hide from your feelings.
Yeah.
And do you want to talk about
so
this? Because I know you had something to say about it.
Okay, so for like 3 minutes, I thought this went from being a really good episode to I thought this was really stupid, because Spike is like, bro, you gotta hide from your feelings because she can't find you. I mean, she can't break up with you. She can't find you. And I'm like, what? Spike, what are you doing? And I don't know why. I just thought, oh my God, is this another thing where the first half is really good, but the second half, no, like once Big Mac goes to break up with Sugar Belle, that's when this all dropped. But like, but I don't know why. I was just like, oh my God, what are you doing?
And the fact that Discord followed along with it acting like a fucking devil on Big Mac's shoulder. I'm just like, you are being a dick.
I mean, he redeemed himself later, but yeah, that was I thought that was really funny. Later, I thought it was funny. At the time, I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing? What are you doing? Please stop. Poor Favor. Yeah. But yeah, so he breaks up with her, and then he gets in a shouting match with Sweetie Belle of all people, because and they're doing that thing where they indirectly relate their flaws and stuff. And then he's like, I gotta go find Sugar Belle. I gotta go tell her about the Dreamcast, and
I gotta go tell her that I like Firefly.
I gotta go tell her about the Jaguar. I gotta go tell her about
the car or the animal.
The game console.
Oh, okay.
Bro, do I look like I give a shit about cars?
Well, I do. That's why it came to mind.
Bro, you a racer.
Fuck that shit.
Didn't you put like black wall tires on a Honda?
No, God, I've never owned a Honda.
Oh wow, what are you racist now?
No.
I'm sorry. I can't stop it. I'm a sarcastic a-hole. That's just who I am.
Yep.
Which is really weird. You wouldn't know where I get it from because you've only talked to my parents formally. No, but yeah, so he goes talk to Sugar Belle, and her wagon breaks, and they have this actually really sweet conversation. I'm like, oh, okay. This makes pissing off the whole fandom and me because you didn't get with Marble Pie worth it. Because they're just so sweet, and he's like talking to her and stuff, and their dynamic, you actually get a feel for their dynamic and stuff, and it's nice. It's nice. And then he fixes her wagon and then takes her and then puts her on there and takes her back to the barn, and then Discord's like, yo, bro, I broke her wagon so that my boy could get laid. And Spike's like, bro. And he's like, yeah, dude. Hey, so now that the night's over, do you want to play, do you want to go play Knack 2?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if people are still playing Knack 2, but, yeah.
Hey, it can't be worse than trying to wait for Beyond Good and Evil 2 with all its microtransaction bullshit.
Or it's like, or they're like, hey, I just got this really cool game called Sea of Thieves.
I heard about. Isn't that with the commercial with the guy who dreams he was a pirate?
I don't know. The game's trash. I can't believe it was made by Rare. So, and yeah, and then the episode. Oh, and then before that, Sweetie Belle's like Sweetie Belle. They so the girls are. I don't know if this was a Golden Girls reference because it's just three girls together eating a pie. Well, then again, they eat cheesecake in the show, and then they find the invitation. They're like, "What? This was all a mix up? OMG!" And she's like, you know what? Maybe I have two very special ponies, you guys. And they're like, aw. And I'm like, oh my God, please don't give the poly shippers any ammo.
I know, right?
And then the episode ends. And I was like, you know what? That was like really good. That was actually really good. So I would give this episode a solid 8 because I thought this would be a 7 and it pleasantly surprised me, which I guess maybe that's going in with low expectations, but whatever. It's half my review show. Screw you.
I would give this an 8 as well because you know how I said that Flurry of Emotion was a really weird episode and it was weird in a bad way? This is a weird episode, but weird in a good way. If that makes any sense.
No, there's good weird, there's good bad weird. It's all about how your mind perceives it.
Mm-hmm. So I give this one an 8 as well.
And I perceived it as a good thing.
Absolutely. So let's see what we have for next week's episode. And I got to find it real quick.
Hey, everybody. Goku here. Join us next time on The Undercover Brony when,
well, let's see.
Last time on The Undercover Brony.
Oh, come on.
Snakeskin made some really awkward jokes that may be hit or miss. Who will know, especially considering he keeps cutting out of the call every 5 minutes. and John has the photographic memory of Thrall from Mass Effect 2. Will they provide more great, funny, whatever content? Find out today. Dan, 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 bam, bam. I don't care what anyone says. I like the original Dragon Ball Z a hell of a lot more than Kai. You hear me, Sean Schmel? I don't care if you voice acted Goku better than the original one or Chris Sabat. I don't care if it's more accurate to the Japanese script. You could argue that sometimes Z had better writing, which apparently is a controversial thing to say, but screw you guys. That soundtrack was awesome.
Oh my gosh.
What?
This might be another episode similar to Health of Information where it's very dark.
Which one's that?
It's called Meltdown. And it says Spike struggles with a series of bizarre symptoms that Smolder explains is something all dragons go through in adolescence. The molt, called the molt. Smolder also reveals an unfortunate molt side effect that compels a molter's family to kick them out of the house. Damn!
Watch, he's going to be so paranoid about that he leaves, and then Smolder's going to clarify, oh no, it only works with dragons.
Yeah, something like that. But that sounds interesting. Like, seriously.
Yeah. Oh my god! You know the fan fiction writers were really hoping. They were like, "Oh, he goes into heat," but then it's like, "Oh no, he gets homeless." And it's like, "Oh,
yeah." Well, apparently, like the episode's already up on like Dailymotion and shit, and apparently there's a screenshot of Spike with fucking red shit all over his body. I'm like, good lord, did you break out in like athlete's foot? Like, what the hell?
Is it like bloody Gur?
It looks like it.
Is it going to get Jonan Vasquez's show canceled? Where's the Invader Zim movie? They announced that a year ago.
I know, right? But yeah, so we'll see that for next time. Confused. And yeah, we'll talk to you guys later. That's it from me, John.
What? Oh yeah, and me, and me, Snakeskin.
And we'll talk to you guys later. Peace out, Dragon.
Adios.